All right. So here we are
We record?
once again. So today we're going to be more focused on current events and things that are happening. Your opinion, my opinion, how I see it, how I relate to it. But before we get to that point, let's just kind of get warmed up and talk about how business is lately and the things that we've come across just lately in business, right? So now that we're doing a different enterprise or adding another dimension to our portfolio, as some people say, diversifying. Being is we're learning a lot of things together, and we starting to do a lot of things together. We started a lot of stuff together, right? Mm-hmm. Like you doing your stocks, you know doing a logistics business for the first time. Now we're doing a maintenance shop. So, like, from your initial understanding of just business to your understanding now, right? Initially, how did you see business, and how did you see what you thought about business and being in business and business for yourself?
Before we got started, I didn't have no inkling of thought about that. My mind was blank because I didn't think that far. I didn't think I would, be in business for myself. I figured, I'd always be working for an individual. So, where I started and where we are now, I'm leaps and bounds from where I was previously. Especially just starting from scratch, learning everything and just basically winging it for the first, 2 years until you fully understand it. And I know there's a whole lot that I need to learn about, being in business, being a small entrepreneur. Right now before it was more chaotic because I didn't know. For me, not knowing is one of the hardest parts because I overthink things and I let it just nag at me, and then I don't get comfortable until I have all the information I feel I need. I might not have all the information, but what makes me comfortable is having that, just some information. I feel, okay, I can move from point A to point B. You got an outline for yourself. Yeah, I can move from point A to point B, from B to C, and so forth. So, where I'm at now, I know how to take the necessary steps to get where I need to be comfortable. Right. Right. Like I said, I don't have all the information. I got a lot more to learn. But right now, I'm at a comfortable position where when we start stuff, okay, I know this is the basics. Right. To get more complex, I have to get more information. Right. Now, what's funny about that right there is that's the main thing. I remember, like you said, when we first started, business was going to be what it was going to be. And I knew we was just going to blah, blah, blah. Until you get years into it and you was like, man, what is this? Because when you get involved in it, it don't really even change from, like you said, people will say you work for this person or this, that, and the third. But once you get into doing business, and we saying business, but it's not even, to me, it's not necessarily, business is the thing. Everything is business. Wherever you work is a business. If you have a job, you work at a business. You know what I'm saying? So I don't even like referring it to in those terms, but for the placeholder, we'll say business. But doing the business, you start to understand, like, it's, people say business and they separate it from work, but business is work. Our work is business. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So then we had to start learning workflows for business. Like, okay, you be like, we need to do this, we need to do this, we need to do this, we need to do this. I get in the vehicle, now I'm out in the environment. Now I got to figure out a workflow for being in the environment, right? Okay, I'm gonna go to this tire shop, or I'm gonna go here, or I'm gonna go to the bank. You see what I'm saying? So as opposed to when you work within a company, you're saying, okay, when we need something, I'm gonna go to the supply room. I'm gonna go to, finance. I'm gonna go, but when you step out of it, now the world becomes the business. So it's like, okay, we need to go to finance. That means we gotta go to bank. Which bank? Well, this bank does this bank does that. This you understand what I'm saying? So now it's at work, it's all in one spot.
It's even it can be at one spot in one spot. Just working with people. People still don't know where they're supposed to go.
Right.
They come,
Exactly.
This problem.
Exactly.
What? You been here longer than me. Why you don't know? You don't know so and so.
Right.
Take care of that. Especially when it comes to like HR and stuff like that. People
Right.
like, oh, I need to put my PTO in, and they're arguing with, maybe a coworker or a manager over them, and it's like, okay, yeah, you need to go see HR. But they sometimes don't understand that, or they'll be in whatever area they're in, like, oh, I need such and such.
Right.
But why don't you just go get it?
Right.
You ain't paying for these supplies, but you should know what. Okay, this is what I need to do my job. This is where I need to go to get the supplies that I need to fulfill whatever my daily task is.
Right.
And some people don't do that, and they don't understand that, and then they, listen. Not against TikTok.
Right.
But they go on the internet.
Right.
And then they'll be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna start a business. I got my LLC.
Right.
And be like, you don't know how to speak to HR at your
at the spot.
You need to stay working until you figure it out. Don't just jump out there, oh, I'm gonna take a leap of faith.
Right.
You're gonna fail.
You're gonna
because you're
all of that now you're manually doing this.
Yeah.
The finance office is down the hallway. But now the finance is what? Whoever is going to accept your business.
Yeah.
Whatever bank is going to accept that's now your finance office. So now what? Now your supplies.
Yeah.
Whatever.
You got to go to these specific places on what you require.
Right.
And it's just like, oh yeah, I start my business. But and you ask no question. Oh, I ain't know all of that yet.
Right.
Don't quit your day job. Don't quit your job.
Do not, because all of that is now your job.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I started a business. I'm like, oh, that's what's up. That's good. You should step out on your own. Don't quit your day job though. Keep your job until you can fully understand the concept. Unless you got money set to the side to where don't mess up your living, your home life. Don't mess up, what you able to pay your bills that you created until you start making money. But most people nowadays, they just want to jump out into it. Oh, I'm just gonna step on faith. Well, faith ain't gonna pay them bills.
It's not gonna do it.
You've got to make sure you put yourself in a good position. And I'll tell anybody, I want to start a business. Perfect. But you need to have a backup. If you don't have money set to the side, saved, then you're going to put yourself in a crazy position. And don't talk mean to them people at your job. I'm quitting, cussing people out. Oh, I'm starting my own business. Get the business running, and then don't burn bridges. That's why I tell people, before you leave, don't burn that bridge, because something, depending on what business you decide to go into, you may hit a rough patch.
Not me.
You will hit a rough patch.
You gonna hit it.
You need to be able to, all right, look, I know, I left this on a good note. Hit them up. Hey, so-and-so, blah, 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 what y'all got going on? Can I step, come in or whatnot? And, if you left on a good note, they'll be like, yeah, sure. Well, how's your business going? And then you can explain to them, okay, this is what I got going on. What can I do in the meantime? You see what I'm saying? But you have to make sure you're able to function at that level to put yourself in that position. Okay, I know I'm going back to this job, but this time I need to set aside to work on me. You see what I'm saying? But I need to make sure, because if you're not comfortable in your home life, your food, water, and shelter isn't taken care of, you're gonna be so stressed. that you're not going to be able to function to build your brand or your business how you should, because your focus is survival. You need to make sure you keep yourself out of survival mode. That way, everything else will fall in place. Yeah, it's gonna be stress. It's gonna be hard, but the survival mode, that's something you don't have to worry. Yeah, you don't have to. You don't. Once you get that taken care of, you'll be able to deal with everything else. But trying to deal with running your business and how I'm gonna pay my rent next month, or oh man, I'm eating ramen noodles, which ain't nothing wrong with ramen noodles. Ain't nothing wrong with it. It's just
And I'm gonna tell you what a main thing about what you're saying right there is so crazy, because like you said, as we doing it, we hiring people. We hire this person, we hire that person. And you would think that when somebody comes and say they got a business or they've been doing business, that you're like, oh, this person should be a great hire. They understand. Yeah. No. 9 times out of 10, the way you saying that is how they should come. Yeah. Like, hey man, I need this, I need this. Now we working together, like, okay, we can give you these days, we can give you this. So you expect that back and forth with the person. But in reality, that person is really coming to you in survival mode. Yeah. So you really not getting the benefit of the relationship because they still just surviving. Yeah. If we understand food, water, and shelter, and I say, okay, well, here, I need a job. I heard y'all hiring. I have a business. Right now, I'm on that rough patch that you was talking about. I'm on that rough patch, right? And right now, I need 40 hours a week, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. So I can get my truck back. I can get more supplies for this or whatever the scenario is. 9 times out of 10, when you come across people, they haven't got, like you said, they just jumped out there and they didn't look at it from this standpoint. So now instead of them going from business to business and connecting, they going from struggle to struggle. Yeah. And it's like, well, business, and this is a thing that I gotta say, business is not about money, it's about business and staying in business, because it's business to business. Money is where we do business. It's the thing which connects all businesses. But that's when people say, well, all business ain't good business and all money ain't good. That's where those type of sayings come from. So you got to understand, if you come in and you need help or you need something to further your business, then you need to understand the primary things you need to secure them. Because once you get in business, from that point on, you in the field, you're in it, you're playing the game. And survival instincts may make you move better, but it's not going to make you be better at this thing. Yeah. Because that needs to be subsided. You know what I mean? Like you were saying. And another thing, like you're saying, so once you first get into business, you thinking all of that stuff until all of this stuff come at once. Yeah. Now you start learning the different degrees to business. Like, oh, okay. So we need money for this. Or we need money for that. And then you go to the bank. Well, the bank is in a specific type of business. You need a vehicle. The bank can give you a personal vehicle, but they may not give you a business vehicle. So you got to see how different ways to move, because a personal vehicle may have a certain interest, and a business vehicle got a different interest rate. So now, which one applies to your business? Which one applies? You see what I'm saying? So it's not just about saying, oh, I got a business. It's like now, like you were saying, all of these different things that you going to and you was doing in your office or you was doing down at the job, all of those things is now your responsibility. Yep. They're all your responsibility. Listen, so you can't go get lunch with your supply money. No. It's not the same. No. It's not the same money. No. Because now you done went and got the food, and now you can't get more whatever you ordering. You can't get more, I had to eat lunch. You did. And can't nobody say you didn't. But guess what? Now you can't get no more hair. Mm-hmm. Now you can't get no more glue. Now you can't get no more tires. Now you can't go and put more gas in the vehicles to make you more money. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Because that's not all the same thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And once we got started, or like now as we moving forward, we starting to see all the different things. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? That's different from your initial thought, because like you said, now you understand. People say, well, you got a business, you going here. I'm at work.
Yeah.
It's work. You see me at the tire shop, I'm at work. I see you at the tire shop, you try to get your tire done before you go to work, or it's stopping you from work. I'm at work.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, I'm standing here just like you, chilling out, leaning on the desk, talking to somebody on the phone. Yeah. We all in here together, but we all moving in different capacities. Yeah. I'm down here for 15 tires. You down here for 2, so you can get to work. Yeah. Getting these 15 tires is my work. Yeah. Getting 2 tires is getting you to work. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? But it's all work. Like, so you even got to start rationalizing that. Mm-hmm. Some people can't. Just like you was talking yesterday about time management. Mm-hmm. All of this is a part of it. You know what I'm saying? So the reality is, when you want to do it, you have to think, now, do I want to own a business or do I want more money?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because if you at the job and they tell you to go get a bachelor's degree and you can get a promotion, mm-hmm. you might want to go get that bachelor's degree. Yeah. It might, because once you get out there and get business, like, this business ain't what everybody told. No, it is what they telling you it is. But you don't want to be in business. You want more money. Mm-hmm. It's an easier route to more money than going to get loans and starting a business. Mm-hmm. Now, you can go down here to tech and take a business management course and go from here to management. Mm-hmm. and make more money. But you say, well, I don't want to do that because I don't want to go to school. I'm going to just start me a business. Now, everything to do with that business is now your business. Mm-hmm. And now, guess what? You don't want to go take the business management course. But by default, when you start the business, you're a business manager. So that's counterproductive to what you're trying to do. Yeah. In your mind, you thinking school, but it's not school. Mm-hmm. This is, you want to own a business. Yeah. And this is going to tell you everything there is to managing mm-hmm. a business. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? So we all like, I want to own a business. Okay, yeah, that's cool. But do you know anything about business?
Anything about it is like, you just need a baseline. Mm-hmm. Because some businesses, depending on what they do or in the same field or whatever, they may run similar. Mm-hmm. But every business is ran a little differently. So you just need a baseline. If mm-hmm. you're not willing to learn the baseline, man, stay at your job.
Stay at your job, man. Stay at your job.
You know, people man, you talking now, you know everything. No, I'm telling you, I don't know everything. No, I do not. Man, I know the basics.
We be learning daily.
Exactly.
We be learning daily.
On the fly.
Like, oh, okay.
Is that right?
Is that right? So if I do blue, okay. But like you saying, with a basic understanding of how a business operate, we not too far off from what's going on. We just not as precise with this as we should be. Yeah. But we not so far off that we can't get on course. Yeah. That's where you have to be. Like you said, you have to have a basic understanding of what's going on. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And that's really huge. That's really big because, you know, like a lot of the stuff we doing, you know, I when I was, you know, applying for different jobs, you know, I would go to, you know, different places contracting or whatever. And every time I went to a different place, they had depending on the size of the business, right? Mm-hmm. If I worked for a big company, you know, they would have a 2-week thing, right? 2 weeks of training.
Yeah.
Some of them had 2 months, right? So you be in training for 2 months. And each one of them would have what you needed for their business. Mm-hmm. But some big ones, big Fortune 500 companies, would tell you business in general. Mm-hmm. And you would think, well, why would they be telling you this? Or why would they be telling you that? So you can be more educated so you can move in a certain capacity. Mm-hmm. It may not work for everybody because some people they in the training, sleep, and I get it. I was listening. And by the end of the training, I was like, you know, these people is telling you how to run a Fortune 500 company. Man, I'm just trying to get to the work. I'm just trying to get to the force. Yeah. A lot of people was doing that, right? Years later, here we are, right? Mm-hmm. Because I'm looking at it like, well, these people telling me how to run a business. Yeah. So you just trying to you're still in survival money, right? You trying to get to the money. But it taught me ways to think, which made me a better employee, which that's what they were doing it for, to make you understand what's going on. So like you said, so you not questioning going down the hallway to meet Miss Rhonda to do this. Mm-hmm. You understand what's going on because they're running a bigger logic. They're running a bigger business. Yeah. So when you go to the supply room, you have a better understanding of what's going on. Yeah. So you're gonna approach it differently. Are most people? The majority of people are, but then you have some people that's just gonna be like, man, I'm just trying to get my check. And there's nothing wrong with that. Yeah. Nothing at all. But if you gotta think about it, it's the numbers, right? Mm-hmm. If you make 80% of the people receive the information like I'm receiving it, the business is crazy. Yeah. Because you got 85% of the people in here thinking you're gonna have your people who just, man, you know, job, man, I'm just at work, man. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna have those, and there's nothing you can do about it. Nothing you can do about it. Even as we do stuff, we treat people, and you get people that come and they just these are the ways you gotta look at them, like, right? But the majority of our people understand. So when we have our meetings and we talking to them, okay, the idea gets across because they got a bigger understanding of what's happening with the business. You know what I mean? But like you said, in the overall standpoint of it is, do you want to be in business or do you want to make more money? Mm-hmm. Either way, you have to become better at what you're doing.
That need to be our thing. Do you want to be in business or do you just want to make more money?
Right.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because that's the reality. You're right. That is. I like that. Do you want to be in business or do you want to make more money? Mm-hmm. Because once you leave the work environment and you in business, the work environment is business condensed. Yeah. When you leave there, this is business expressed across the environment.
And that's what be getting me upset sometimes when I be scrolling and then I see people, oh yeah, take my class, I can teach you about business, you can own your own business. Yeah, but you need to give these people a realistic outlook on it. Don't just make it seem, yeah, you get in business, you get a credit card, you do this. Don't, and I be like, that should be illegal. Like you should be in jail if this person paid you, believing in all the fluff you giving them and they fail. No, if they're giving you money, you know, like how these people, they'll have classes, nothing against, everybody gotta make their bread, how they gotta make it.
You gotta get it how you gotta get it.
You know, you have, you know, like 60, 70 people, you know, not giving their money and they in these classes. Oh yes, a Zoom class. Man, no. Like there's no, me personally, I'm not paying you no $200-$300 and we on Zoom. No, I need to see you in person. I need to be able to raise my hand, ask questions because it hits different or it feels different. Let me hit like the kids.
Yeah, it hit different.
it feels different when you see what I'm saying? Like when you're in person and you actually around these other individuals, like-minded individuals, Everybody ain't like money. All they hear is, oh yeah, you take my class, I can help you make money, start your own business. Right. But you need to, I think with those classes, you should start with all the negative.
Right.
Get all the negatives out there. This is what's going to happen. Your first business is not likely to succeed. It's going to fail, but you just need to keep going. Right. You need to give them all the first day should be nothing but negative stuff. Right. The ones who come back the next day, all right, this is the basic. Right. You need to let them know from the start, like, hey, I'm just giving you the basics. Right. You gotta learn. Like most people, like, oh, I took this class, so I'm ready. No, you're not.
No, you're not.
You should still do more research. Right. Even for us,
do more research. You're never gonna stop.
Yeah, you're never gonna stop.
You're never gonna stop.
For us, we just landed right place, right time. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? For us to be able to start from scratch.
Now, when we landed, like you said, right place, right time, but we landed in what I consider an express business class.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because you could still, you had everything to succeed, but you had to, like you said, get in there and really, really find out what's behind the curtain. Because what was behind the curtain was going to shut it all down. Mm-hmm. But before the curtain lift, you need to know because once the curtain lift, that's business. Yeah. Now you in business. You got the training wheels on right now. When you get behind it, you see what I'm saying? And it was a course that is, like you say, you can't pay for it.
And the thing about it is, if you just want to make more money, you can't take a crash course, or you can't say right place, right time, and be like, all right, yeah, I'm landing. No, because you can take the money and fumble it back. Right. You see what I'm saying? So it's not gonna work out in your favor. Right. It's gonna hinder you, and you're gonna put yourself in debt. You're gonna if you don't change your mindset or your spending, or if you're not at a place to where, okay, you have to see the business as your baby. I want this to succeed. Right. Because you'll make money, but the money is to keep you out of survival mode. Right. But also to grow your business. Right. You can't get the first bag and next thing you know, I gotta go get the new whatever. Right. Right. Or I need to drive this. Right. Right. Bruh, what are you doing?
Now, there's nothing wrong with doing that. But business is about staying in business. And if you're not in business, you're not going to make no money. See, say it again. Business is not about making money. Business is about staying in business. Because as long as you're in business, you always got an opportunity to make money. But if you let the money become the thing that's blinding you, because like you said, money is how we operate. Mm-hmm. If we not making money, if we not making profit, right? But if you think just getting more money is going to make you profitable, it's not. Because you can go get a loan and then still plug it into a leak. Yeah. And so not plug it in the leak, but you plugging it on this side and it's still leaking. Yeah. You're just putting more stuff in it while it's leaking. Mm-hmm. So you can go get a loan, but the question is, what about your processes and procedures? Mm-hmm. What are you doing on a daily that you can improve on to, when you get this money, ensure that the business stays, what is valuable that you're doing or invaluable that you can remove, but most people, you're not looking at it because you thinking, I just need to get the money. Yeah. If I get the money, but there's a reason why you needed the money. Yeah. Unless you're starting the business new and you just need capital to start the business. Yeah. That's a different understanding. But if you get into a point to where you, like you're saying right now, because you're hitting a good point, if you're losing money, your business may not be being bad, or you may not be running it wrong. You need to upgrade it. Yeah. Right? Like you're saying, we got these type of vehicles. They burning a lot of gas. Now,
we can't afford to get those vehicles.
Yeah.
But if we get those vehicles, we'll save money.
Yeah.
So we get a loan, we go get those vehicles, we get rid of these vehicles. Now we sell these vehicles, we get this money. You see, you have to be able to maneuver the money around, because just getting the money is not what's going to keep the business going.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? You need to know, well, what is the money for?
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because all the money ain't for stunting. Or like my man say, putting it up in you smelly people face.
And a lot, and when you're first starting a business and you're really into it, it's a lot of work. And I'm trying to segue into something right here. Mm-hmm. But people don't understand, like, it's a lot of work.
It's more than a lot.
It's a lot of work. If you want it to be successful, that is your baby. That is something, if somebody says something bad about it, you take offense to it. Mm-hmm. Because this is something that you are working towards. This is yours. And most people just think, I'm going to get a business. I'm going to get on YouTube. I'm going to get on, and promote my business, and everybody going to come purchase from me. No.
It did not work like that.
It don't work like that. You're going to have to build that clientele. You're going to have to, because the people you think will support you, they will not.
Right.
You got to do it yourself. It's self-work. Mm-hmm. And, people don't understand that. And then they may get offended, like, why my family ain't helping me out? Yeah, that hurts. Like, why y'all don't want to do stuff with us or, with me? But at the end of the day, this is your dream. Maybe it just ain't something they want to do.
Right.
Or whatnot. And that's why you have to be strong-willed in mind to, like, look, all right, this is me. I'm about to do this. If you don't have that partner or somebody,
that's hard to understand for a lot of people, because people be like, my family not supporting me, nobody. But hey, man, that's not their responsibility.
Yeah.
Oh, what about the support? What about the support? Listen, man, you see what I'm saying? Nobody asked you to do this. You said you was going to do this, right?
Yeah.
And we look at it and we say, man, well, I'm doing this for this, I'm doing this for that. Yeah, but the reason you're doing it, you better make sure that you understand why you're doing this, because this is your task now. Yeah. It's not those people's task, man. And because they don't want to help you, don't mean they don't love you. Yeah. Don't mean that they don't care. That they have their own ideals and dreams or whatever that is, or whatever it could be. And it's not necessarily they not supporting you.
It's just not in line with what they want to do.
And even more so, right? Even more so, you didn't get in their business for their support. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Support is not the currency of a business. Yeah. It's not. The currency of a business is fulfilling a need. Yeah. And that need that you're saying that you supposed to fulfill, it's not your family support. Yeah. You said you see people out here, and you know what? Man, I think everybody should eat my chicken wings. I fry them. They crazy. Mm-hmm. They going crazy. Every time I eat them, they going crazy. I'm in here. Right? I didn't say my family, this is going to provide support or this is going to get support. I'm saying my chicken wings is crazy. Yeah. Now, you mad at your cousin because he like BBW. I mean Buffalo Wild Wings. He like Buffalo Wild Wings, right? Uh-huh. You mad at him. That man ain't got an issue with Buffalo Wild Wings. You do. You see what I'm saying?
I know you put that in there for me. Yeah, I don't like Buffalo Wild Wings. Them wings nasty.
But that's not their responsibility. You get what I'm saying? You said that you have something. Yeah. Now if they come through and eat your wings or whatever, yeah. Of course sometimes I'm gonna come through cause man, let me get a 6-piece, let me get a 12-piece. Right on. But if I like that mango habanero, that's what how you get mad at me? Because I want them Jones, man. You understand me? Yeah. You ain't got nothing on your menu. That's hollering at the boys. I'm down there. Now you understand me? I come through and
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Get with you. But you can't expect me to just put my mango habanero down completely. You see what I'm saying? Because you got a chicken joint. You understand me? Now, as a consumer, I got to decide. You understand me?
Yeah.
Am I going to defy my taste buds? You understand? Hold on, this is my Friday. Before you decided to cook wings every Friday, I had the mango habanero and my drink right there, and I was, you understand me? I was this where I was with it. Now you cooking wings, they all right. I ain't gonna, you know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna do you like that, cause you understand me? If you ain't knocked them boys off, hey man, you might want to get back in there and stick your wrist in that jar. But them boy got them Jones, and I'm going to get them.
Yeah.
You understand me? So that's not, oh, nobody's supporting me. That's not that. But you can conflate the two because you think because you open your shop, I'm supposed to come through there. And I have. I support you. Yeah, man. You know what? I'm going to come through. Hey, cuzzo, hit me up. I'm sliding by anyway. I'm going to the job. I'm going here.
Yeah.
Let me get a 12-piece. You understand me? Right? But if I'm doing my thing, I'm still gonna do my thing.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? So that's not the lack of support. The idea is you got in the business to sell chicken wings to whoever.
Yeah.
Not just me. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But we see it that way. Oh man, ain't nobody supporting me, ain't nobody helping me. Wait a minute, everybody work for money. Like my man said, let's start there. Everybody work for money.
Yeah.
Support don't pay light bills. It don't, you get what I'm saying? Not to say that you don't need it. I'm saying the market or the thing that you're doing got to be more valuable than my family support.
Yeah.
It's because this is what you putting your family on the line for. This is what you saying you can pay your bills with. You fund your life. You can't fund your life on support.
Yeah.
You should say you fund your life on financial recoupment. You fund your life on being profitable, or not even so much profitable, but being in demand.
Yeah.
Being something that people want. You know what I'm saying? And we conflate that. We say, well, you love me, you my people, why you ain't coming through? Hey man, I love you know what I'm saying? I love them oxtails from Buddy. Now I like yours.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But old girl in them is wild, man. You feel me? Some wild girls in there, man. Them oxtails, when that oxtail plate come out that window, you understand me? I like yours.
Yeah.
But they wild in there. How you gonna get mad at me because they wild?
Yeah.
Man, you might want to go down there and get some tips.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But my support for you ain't gonna make your oxtail plate bust.
Yeah.
You're just not gonna do that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Now, are you in this to sell, to provide the service, or are you in this to get easy money because you think, once I open my doors, everybody gonna support me?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because guess what? When old girl and them opened up, they was wild then.
Yeah.
That's why they
still in business.
Now you was like, oh, that's all right. I like mine is better. Of course you like yours better because you cooking it. Rightfully so. But is you really messing with old girl and them? Because they truly believe they plate is the wildest. You see what I'm saying? So don't confuse that with business. Like, you know what I'm saying? Don't confuse that with business and support. Don't confuse that.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Because now, once you in business, the thing that you're doing, you need to pay attention to that thing. And now, how do you make this what everybody want? Or enough to supply you with what you need to fund your life?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And like you said, the research, that's always going to be going on. That's always going to be going on and developing. Just like when you cooking. right? One week you might make it this way, next week, you know what I'm saying? Like they said, it's hitting different this week. Hold on. Well, you know, what you done to this? Hold on. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But you weekly tweaking it.
Yeah.
And that's the same with a business. Mm-hmm. You got to tweak it. You know, what are we doing? Mm-hmm. You know, from time to time, we have to say that to each other. We have to say, well, what are we doing? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? You would say to me, hey, well, this ain't this. And then, so now I got to go down here and sit down, and while I'm, you know, having a meeting or whatever, now I'm looking around trying to think, okay, how can we make this make more sense? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? We just give a scenario random, right? You could say, oh, well, we not making enough money on these routes. Mm-hmm. So now I'm say, well, give me a route tomorrow. Now I'm riding on the route. We doing good, but now I got to think, how can we do these even better? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? How come back to the house and say, okay, you know what? We was doing it like this. Mm-hmm. Maybe we need to do this. Yeah. Because if we do this, like how we can say, get your gas before work, mm-hmm. or get it after work. Yeah. Just a little tweak like that might change the dynamic of your day. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? But you got to always be looking for that improvement. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Instead of, like you say, looking for. So if we look at it from that standpoint, we'll say, well, how come my grandma ain't ordering more stuff? Mm-hmm. You supposed to support me, ain't it? No. You know, that's not the only way to improve your business is badgering people you know for support. Yeah. Improve your product, improve your service. What are you doing? Mm-hmm. You know, ask yourself, what are you doing? Now, am I in this for business or am I in this for money? Yeah. Right? Because I can promise you, it's an easier way to get money. I can promise you. You know what I'm saying? It's an easier way to make money, man. Trust me, this. You know, unless you with it, you know, it's money. But, you know, what money? And now what do you do with this money? Yeah. You know what I mean? Is it just for show? Is it just to take pictures and, you know, post? Here and now, fleet service. Right? Is that what it's for? You know what I mean? Or are you willing to get out there and find out, okay, we fixing 10 vans. Mm-hmm. What's similar between these vans now? How can I find a way to cut that number down? Yeah. How can I find a way to improve this process? Yeah. How can I find a way to improve? Matter of fact, as we talking about this now, and I've been rambling for a little while, processes and procedures. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? That's business, processes and procedures. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? How are you running? How are you doing your day-to-day? Now being able to come up with how we do things on a daily basis. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. That structure. What's your daily structure? What's you understand? Yeah. Like all of that come along with that. Every day waking up, what are you doing? Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? Now these people you done hired, everything that they do gonna depend on what you tell them.
Yeah, how you set the day up, yeah.
Right? Somebody gonna tell their child that they can't do something today because they gotta go to work. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? A lot of people don't think about that part either. Yeah. That's a big part of it too. You know, the effect you having on these people that you done hired or you get what I'm saying? Because somebody is going to tell their grandma, I can't make it to your
whatever going on,
because I got to work, because I got to do this, because I got to do that. And now this is coming from what you you make a schedule. You make, you know, that's another part of business that nobody never talks about. Nobody never talks about the effect that you having on other people, man. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? When we got started, and then I started thinking about that and looking at how we really affect people's life. You're like, man, you know what I'm saying? So now on a Friday when we used to be, we can't do that. Cause why? Cause I got to be up. I got to be available for tomorrow in case something happened.
Yeah.
Because if I come in here, I gotta come in here. Mm-hmm. I gotta make sure that these people got work. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying? I gotta make sure that these people can feed their family. I gotta make sure that, you know, these routes or whatever thing we doing makes sense. You get what I'm saying? Because people depend on everything you saying and doing. That's a part of business that's not even, people don't never bring that up.
That's how when I do interviews, I always have that work-life balance. Like I tell them, like, this is how many days I'm gonna schedule you for. Now, if you come to me and say you need an extra day, blah blah blah, I'll work with you. But you're not gonna go past this many days because, for one, the efficiency in your work is gonna decrease. Right. And you need to be home.
Right.
Like, you need to be able to schedule some stuff at home, because if your home life is okay, then you'll be a better teammate.
Right.
I'm gonna say employee. Right. Teammate.
Well, they're gonna say, well, you can't tell me I need the money. But 9 times out of 10, those people not gonna be good anyway.
Yeah. I'm gonna see you out there and you gonna mess up.
Right, they're gonna be desperate, they just trying to do whatever. Mm-hmm. You gotta start knowing all of that.
I've learned that over the years. You know what we've been doing since 2018. Mm-hmm. 2018. So you know I've become empathetic. Is that a word?
Empathy. You show empathy.
Show empathy. I think it's maybe because I'm hungry. Yeah. Showing. We'll have to cut that out.
Yeah. We ain't cutting nothing out.
Yeah, we are.
It's realistic.
Nah.
It's real life.
You better cut that out.
Real life.
And I started thinking like, okay, if I was doing this,
right,
what would I want? Right. You see what I'm saying? Like, how would I want it to balance out for me?
Right.
And most people are like, oh, you can't do that in business.
That's how people feel.
People taking advantage.
Right.
Yeah, that may be, but in the long run, I feel better knowing that. Look, I ain't running this person in the ground. Blah blah blah.
Right.
They're able to do whatever they need to do with their family.
Right.
And it helps you work on you.
Right.
Because it's not like, oh yeah, I need to make money. I need to run them. I need the money. And I think, people kind of may lose their way when it comes to that, especially when owning a business. And it can be a tricky situation.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? Because then you get that bad reputation of being a bad employer.
Right. So
then it's just like, that's just something, if you're in business to be in business, you're going to care about that. You see what I'm saying? You're going to care about how your name is in the streets.
Right. My name is my name.
Yeah. So
I know you thinking I ain't. Now some people don't care.
Mm-hmm. They just want the money. But to me, like I said, once we got started and we started doing a lot, man, I was just like, these are still people, man. Mm-hmm. Like, you can't just, now you can, but that's terrible, man. Mm-hmm. You're a terrible human.
You're a terrible human being, man. You know what I'm saying? Now you're going to run the man down and you're going to pay the man less. I can't tell you wrong, though.
Yes, you can. But you wrong for that.
Right either, man. But, like I say, man, when you sit back and you look at people, man, and, their life is centered around the things you saying and doing. Mm-hmm. We just start out saying we want to be in business. I want to own a business. Mm-hmm. I want to own my own. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? But, these people that you coming in every day, you seeing them every day. you talking to them every day. I mean, at some point, you know, you might be akin to this person, or you may like them, and you know, hey man, I get it. I get it. You're making some bad decisions on the weekend, but man, I can't work you like that, bro. You know what I'm saying? As a human being, I can't do it. You know what I'm saying?
Because it has to be a balance.
Yeah.
Yes, you got to be human, good human being, or you should be a good human being and care about people. But you also have to make sure there's boundaries there. You have to set boundaries when you have teammates that you cut checks for.
Right.
I don't want to say it.
Right. You don't work for me, you work with me.
Yes.
Right.
So you got to have boundaries there, because that line can get blurred.
Yeah, it can.
You know, that's why I like our teammates. Are we going to have team building situations where we go, yeah. Am I hanging out with you at your house? No. We ain't hanging. Because it needs to be boundaries.
Right.
I'm not your friend. I'm your teammate. And I want to be treated as such.
Your contemporary.
I don't want to blur those lines. And some people don't understand that. And when they are in a small business, you know, I'm not saying doing things they shouldn't be doing, but they're doing things they shouldn't be doing as far as like when it comes to their teammates.
Now, because I want to stay with that part right there, like you're saying, I know you and you know me, but I'm not your friend. But in the same sentence, I'm not going to be some type of way towards you, but I have to make sure I'm not too friendly with you, because then that would blur. Oh man, I'm gonna give my man an extra day. But I know you only need 5 days as a human being. You get what I'm saying? So you thinking you doing something for him, but you also have to have that boundary to make sure that you keeping consistent with the output. Like you said, you even though you my man, that don't mean you beyond the physical limitations. Yeah. You see what I'm saying? That don't mean that working 7 days a week, 6 days a week won't make you less efficient. That just because I know you, just because I like you, don't mean that that's not going to be true in your case as well, right? Because what do we know? Next thing you know, your man get in an accident. He done did this. She done did this. The one you talking to, you could be talking to him or her that morning. Blah, blah, blah. As soon as they leave, because you're talking to them in your normal talk, your friendly talk, your friendly banter, as they say. When they hop in the vehicle and pull off, they tired. They in front of you. As soon as they get in the van,
you know I had this to do.
Right. And then once they get in the accident, they gonna spin it back and say, "Well, I told you I had to take my right," because that's what y'all was talking about, right? But they not really giving you the full effect. But I need to make sure I'm separating that so I can make sure that, because at this point it is now. People say, "Oh, that you just about the business." Yes. I am the company man. The person that you used to say, "Oh, he a company man." Yes, I am. But here's the thing. That is a benefit to both of us. Because you're here to provide for your family, and I'm here to help you provide for your family.
While staying in business.
Right. So I have to make sure I keep that line so you can continue to come here and provide, right? So I have to have this line for your benefit and mine. It's for both of us. I have to have it there because you come here to compensate yourself and I have to compensate you. So I have to keep this line because guess what? If I blur it with you, I blur it with them. I blur it with them. I blur it with them. Now the business is chaotic. Now we don't have no consistency. But if we have the consistency, whether you come in today or not, guess what? It's still running. So you can get your PTO check. You can get your day off check. You can get that extra day because we done kept it so consistent that when somebody call out, I can tell you come in. Yeah. Because we got the system
in place. Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah, go ahead.
No, I was about to be silly.
Go ahead, be silly.
No, I was just thinking about, how many people we've worked with over, the last few years. And some people can be characters, or whatnot. It's when you're in a business and you have teammates, and lots of them, it can become frustrating. But then you'll run into one or two of them and you be like, how are you surviving in this world? Like, what?
Right. What are you doing on a daily basis?
Yeah. And then you have to ask them, like, wait a minute, so what you did when you went home? Or what happened there? And you know you don't want to blur that line, but it's so shocking. You be like, how are you surviving in this world?
You doing this every day?
Every day you do this.
Every day?
And then, you know, like I said, like with the employees calling me, teammates calling me mom, it's just like, why are you doing that?
Right.
Don't do that. Like, even though you're on your personal time, don't do that. Miss out.
Don't do that.
Yeah, you know, and you know, it can be fun. You know, you should get all the negative points, but when you've gotten to that point to where your business is consistent and it's running the way you want it to run, there's always tweaks that need to be made.
Right.
But if it's running at a level to where, okay, you can step back and take a breather, I would tell anybody, if you own a business and you've been doing it, you know, for however long, not no 6 months or less, you need to be a year and plus, and you're able to take just a slight breather. Because I'm telling you, like, for the first year, it's like, there is no breaths. Right. There is no breaks or breaths the way you be like, oh, let me just relax. No. But once you've been in it for so long and you start you're at that level where you can take a breath, take your breath and don't be, people are like, oh, you need to be humble. Why? What I need to be humble for?
Right.
To save your feelings?
Right.
You don't know what I've been doing for the past couple years.
Right.
I seen you on the internet because I be internet looking.
Right. You be stalking.
I be Facebook, looking. I'm being Facebook. I be nosy. Instagram nosy. So I've seen what you've been doing.
I've seen it.
While I'm home in the bed about to go to sleep, I gotta get up in the morning.
I gotta go to sleep because I gotta go to work.
Yeah, while you enjoying life, man, that's what's up. That's what's up.
So now when I do my disco,
she bragging.
Hold on.
Wait a minute. Hold on. It's the same thing. While I'm here, I'm doing this.
But you doing it every week.
Yeah.
So when I go do the one thing,
she thinks she better than us. Oh, she on the business. And then that's when I get discomfort.
Right.
I'm gonna use the word discomfort. Because I didn't have those opportunities. Right. When you say, oh, I need this day off, or I can't come in this day because you want to do, okay, well, maybe I had to step in to do what you were supposed to do that day, or you would have to step in and do. And, you know, it's a constant cycle, and now we got this breather, and I go do something, and then, oh, you need to humble yourself. No, I don't. For what?
I'm finna do it.
I'm finna do my motherfucking thing. I'm not humbling myself to save your feelings when you ain't humble yourself for me. Let me show you these pictures where I'm at. Guess what I did this weekend? What you did? Work. I was in the bed at 7:30, 8 o'clock because I had to work. But all these pictures is nice. Oh, you did that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what's up.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? And it's just like, and you know, that's another thing. Once you gotten to that point to where you worked your behind off, don't be humble for them. Don't save their feelings. Everybody, I need, I just think that you need to
be cool. Don't be cool.
If you know who you are, if you've worked your behind off, made the sacrifices that need to be made, and you're in a point now to where you say, okay, I can take that breather, or hey, I've been driving the same car around for 10 years. You don't have to go crazy, but if your car break down,
do your thing.
Do your motherfucking thing. Because you don't have. You can do your thing at a level of don't get yourself in crazy debt, but make treat yourself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like when you on a business, some people say, "Oh, I need this bag. I want to get this bag," and you keep getting. If you want, you worked your behind. Let me reward myself.
You're right. Because like you're saying, you got to think about it. Like you said, that first year, that first whatever, whatever the year is. Say it's 2020. You really living in 2021. Because like you said, that first year, that first whatever, them first 6, 7, 8 months, them things go.
Yeah, they fly by fast.
You're gonna be
crazy.
You're gonna be in there trying to figure it out. So when you wake up and you in the future, your future self may want to go, You know, here, your future self may, because your past self didn't have the funds to go to go to Cabo. Your past self didn't have the funds to, you know what I'm saying, to get that that vehicle or whatever.
Yeah.
But the self you are now, you know, it can afford it, right? Mm-hmm. So, you know, all of that is a part of it. All of it is a part of it, but understanding what it is the most important part. You know what I mean? So, with that note, how you feel about it?
Feel about what?
Just whatever.
Man, you can't ask no open-ended question like that. Tom.
I'm saying how you feel about, you know, where you at now, how you feel about where you going, how you feel about, you know, everything that's transpiring or may transpire. From the beginning to now. How you feel
now?
About
I'm more comfortable.
Right.
Or whatnot. At first, it was, like I said, it was chaotic. I wasn't in no type of comfortable space. You know, my mind was always rumbling. You know, stepping out. We had cushion, but it was still chaotic and nerve-wracking and, you know, like...
But that cushion made it possible to understand business as opposed to survival. Yeah.
So, because technically we were never in, like, right place, right time, where we didn't need to be in that survival mode. Thanks to you. So, you know, we were able to, you know, start out not knowing and able to wing it like crazy. And, you know, now, you know, it still gets frustrating from time to time, but, you know, now we're better able to cope with it and, you know, to move forward. Like now I'm able to, if somebody was like, hey, you know, oh, you've been doing business for so many years. What advice you can give me? Change your mindset.
Right.
First and foremost.
Right.
I can't tell you I can tell you where, you know, to file your paperwork and stuff. But the first thing I would say is change your mindset.
Right.
If your mindset is Jordans every time they come out and all this other foolishness, I had to use Jordans.
Then don't go into
business. Don't go into business for yourself. Stay at your job.
Just find a way to make more.
Yeah.
Or side hustle.
Or take this time to work on yourself.
Right.
And changing your mindset.
Right.
You have to change your mindset. If you don't change your mindset, you're gonna put yourself in a position to fail.
There it is.
So, you know, with me, my mindset changed like before we got started. Like I was already out of that, I guess out of a phase people may go through, and I was in that phase of the next step in my life to move forward on what I wanted to do. Not knowing what it was, but I could feel I knew I wasn't where I want to be. Like I'm not where I want to be now.
Right.
But just taking those steps, putting one foot in front of the other, and, you know, just changing your mindset. If you don't change your mindset and don't be easily swayed by what other people are doing and what you see, and be like, okay, well, that's cool for them. But I know what I need to do to get where I want to be. No two people can be on, you know, they can be on the same level, but not everybody thinks exactly alike. See what I'm saying? So you got to know what's going to work for you. You surround yourself around, you know, or not just surround you, just have somebody who's not going to be a yes person to you. You can't be with somebody who's going to be a yes person. If they're going to be a yes person, they're not going to give you that feedback you need to make the necessary corrections. Oh, no, you're doing good. And you need somebody to be like, no, you want to try this? Or what do you think about this? You know, somebody you can bounce ideas off of. If it's, you know, a former colleague or, you know, a sibling or a spouse, just somebody you know you can bounce ideas off of. Not somebody who will say, oh, you know that you get that first. Oh, you make this much money. Oh, you should do this. Oh, let's go here. No. You don't need to be around that person. You need to be with somebody like, sit your behind down somewhere.
Right.
Sit down, make lists.
Right.
Change your mindset.
Right.
or whatnot, and you should try to be with like-minded people. For us, we come across some like-minded people, and it's cool, but you should try to get around people with like-minded things. Not somebody who want to be in the club every weekend, or y'all, going down on vacation every other weekend. No. Sit your behind at the house. Like me, I'm a homebody. Yeah, I like going on vacation when we go, but I be ready to come home. Mm-hmm. Like, I just like being home. People like, oh, you want to come here? Nah, I can't do it. Like,
so, like you're saying, the basic thing is where we at right now is saying your business is the business, but you and the business is separate. Mm-hmm. So the business, people think business make you just, if you wasn't being goofy and spending money before, once you get to business, you're not.
Yeah.
Or unless that was your whole plan the whole time.
Yeah.
And it wasn't business. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I was a worker before, and I'm still a worker now.
Yeah.
And I just changed the way I work. And going into business is changing the way you work. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like you said, you have to be ready for that change, and that change, that mindset, everything that come along with it. Business is a change of work. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? You're just changing the way you work. So be on the lookout for how you're going to change and how the work is going to change. Mm-hmm.